They sat me down at the oak dining table, the one polished so many times it had no life left in it. My father leaned forward, knuckles pressed against the wood. His voice was final, like a judge delivering sentence. "Your brother deserves it," he said. "The house, the cash, the company." I sat still, hands folded, face neutral. My silence was mistaken for acceptance. They thought I'd nod and swallow it like I always had. But I wasn't swallowing this. A month later, my phone buzzed. "Mom." One line. "Mortgages. Due." I stared at it for a long time before I typed my reply. "Ask your heir." It wasn't always this way. Once I believed in family, in fairness. My brother and I grew up under the same roof, but under different shadows. I was the quiet one, the worker. He was the golden boy. Every smile of his was applauded, every mistake forgiven. When I built the company branch that saved us from collapse, Dad said, "Good job." When my brother forgot to sign a deal and cost us 6 figures, Dad said, "He'll learn." And Mom, she stood behind him like a priest behind an altar, blessing every stumble, every sin. I didn't envy him, not at first. I thought loyalty earned loyalty. That effort mattered. But when they handed him everything, house, accounts, the business I'd grown with my hands, and looked at me as if it was natural, like gravity, something in me hardened. That was the moment I stopped being their child. The betrayal wasn't just inheritance. It was premeditated exile. I found the papers in Dad's study, a restructuring plan. My name wasn't just missing, it was erased. My position absorbed, my contributions footnotes, the company that I'd given nights, years, health, it had already been signed over. And the house. I was still living in it when they transferred the deed. No warning, just paperwork in a drawer, stamped and notarized. I looked at the documents and felt nothing. No anger, no tears, just the quiet recognition of what I'd always known, but never admitted I was never meant to inherit. I was meant to serve. That night, I poured myself a glass of whiskey, sat by the window, and began toppling. Revenge doesn't start with fire. It starts with patience. I didn't slam doors. I didn't storm out. I kept working quietly, obediently. I smiled at meetings. I congratulated my brother on his new responsibilities. I even gave him advice when he asked. He trusted me. He always had. He thought I was incapable of malice. That belief became my weapon. Step 1, I withdrew slowly. I shifted accounts, filtered contacts, trimmed every thread that tied me to them. My name vanished from contracts, leases, utilities. Quietly, invisibly, I became a ghost. Step 2, I planted seeds. I let my brother's ego grow unchecked, encouraged him to take risks, expand recklessly, spend lavishly. When he asked if he should lease the new cars, I nodded. When he bragged about buying the vacation house, I said, "You deserve it." Step 3, I diverted. Clients who trusted me, I guided gently away. Not forcefully, just enough to make them question his competence. Contracts expired, and I didn't renew them under his leadership. Vendors found better terms elsewhere. Bit by bit, the foundation weakened. Step 4, I waited. And when the first cracks appeared, late payments, missed deadlines, nervous whispers among investors, I was ready. The confrontation didn't come with shouting, it came with silence. Mom's text was the first sign they were desperate. Mortgage bills. The heir wasn't managing. Dad called next. His voice, once iron, was brittle. "You need to help your brother. The company, he's struggling." I let the silence hang before answering. "Hedda serves it, remember?" The line went dead. Weeks later, my brother showed up at my door, sweating, frantic, suit jacket wrinkled. His arrogance had melted into panic. "I need your help." He choked on the words. "I can't fix it." I looked at him the way he had looked at me all our lives, like he was smaller. "You took everything," I said calmly. "All of it, and you squandered it in a month." His lips trembled. "Please," I stepped aside. Let him see the boxes stacked in my living room. My own venture, my new contracts, My future that had nothing to do with him. My survival wasn't tied to their empire anymore. His was. You wanted the crown, I said. Wear it. And then I closed the door. They spiraled. The house went up for sale within the year. The company, once stable, strong, fractured under his mismanagement. My father's legacy turned to ash in my brother's hands. And me, I walked away untouched. I built something new, leaner, sharper, mine. No shadows, no strings. Sometimes I hear whispers. My brother's debts, my parents' regret, their longing for the child they dismissed. But regret doesn't interest me. They gave him everything. I gave them nothing. And that balance feels perfect because the truth is simple.